Welcome, welcome, welcome back to Series 3, Fuel versus Waterloo. Now, Waterloo won their series 3-1, as Fuel won theirs 3-0, so it will definitely be a close match here. I don't suspect a clear overall winner if Fuel can help it.
Yeah, at all. And also, can they stop switching colors? Because I'm so used to Fuel being orange every time, right? Because they got that orange, and oh my goodness, almost a double tap there on the side of Waterloo.
Fuel!
But no.
What is happening here? As we've got Alphaz, Excess in Maro.
I mean, just two unfortunate misses there. I mean, Reeker missed it, and Jane thought he had to come in and save that one. Unfortunate, and they're already down 1-0 to the side of Waterloo Gold. The Warriors are looking strong tonight, up 1. This is the first time we've seen Fuel actually start off losing a match. We haven't seen them down at all. As we said before, they've only let in 5 goals, now 6. But still a phenomenal record nonetheless. But it honestly doesn't matter as long as they win this series, right? And a great recovery by Ches using the Dominus now. Interesting. A little change of car in between and got a little festive topper, kind of like you have here, Godly Parrot.
Yeah, you know, it is that decorative holiday season. But yeah, it seems like Waterloo are just coming out of the gate, really hounding on Fuel, putting that pressure, really not allowing for any kind of plays to happen. It seems like they really want to get a good control of that ground. Fuel still seems to have kind of dominance in the air, as it looks like a beautiful save there from Alphaz. Jane with a great shot, though, coming back at it. Doesn't quite have the follow through there, but it looks like Rieker's going to get up here. He's going to flip it to the side, looking for a pass, but Alphaz is coming in, controlling that. It seems like Fuel might have to have some sort of switch up here. Ches does miss the boost. We'll have to try and jump boost it in as Rieker passes to himself. Ches puts it over, but it won't be going in just yet. Jane here putting that pressure on regardless as Fuel now. Ches looking for that back check. He's going to be blocking that in. Jane and Ches now all three down on boost here. So they're looking to kind of defend this attack. Jane didn't quite get there in time, but Ches is able to still control that bounce. Rieker now back in this fight, looking to take this toward Waterloo's net as it kind of gets stalled in the air here. Jane's going to take it up, contesting that huge boost waste there from Umaro. As Fuel now pressing this attack, having to defend off of this bounce. It goes over Ches. Jane getting up in that air, Rieker controlling that bounce, but Ches does get demoed as Alphaz now taking the fight back to Fuel.
Yeah, and so far, Waterloo's been super dominant, just being able to control the pace of play again. They've been controlling that midfield super well and not letting Fuel kind of get anything going, and also stealing a lot of Fuel's boost throughout the game. Just an exceptional job right there. Alphaz, as you saw, took that big corner boost from the side of Fuel. Now they're kind of scrambling. Jane has no boost. Ches barely any boost. Rieker less than half a tank to try to clear it. And Alphaz again on the attack. And Ches has to defend it, but with minimal boost. And now he needs to clear it as well. Uses all the boost to get out there, but still can't clear it. And Jane with no boost. It's just they're keeping them like starved here, right? Just doing a great job at keeping this offensive going as long as possible. And a shot, but just too slow. Alphaz there in time. And Jane, again, all his boost is now depleted, and the ball is still in their end as Rieker is looking for a nice play here to get to the corner. And just an easy little save there. And again, back into Fuel's end. They couldn't even get a single shot off, and it's looking like Waterloo is dominating this whole game. There's only 1 minute and 10 seconds left, and Fuel needs to find a goal.
Jane not quite getting up there in time will kind of leave themselves on a bit of a back foot. It seems though Rieker's kind of paying attention, looking for the right opportunity to go in, as Fuel are kind of looking to play a lot more conservative with their boost, kind of noticing the patterns here from Waterloo. Looking for more of those jump boost starts rather than a full boost in if they can help it. As Fuel here again bouncing back into their end. You know, Rieker going up, he gets a flip over, he gets a good carry in, gets it past Umaro as they're going to try to contest it on this board. Again, Jane controlling this in the pocket, gets it a bit of a bad bounce, will allow for a bit of, again, you know, they're just getting in there, only going for those boosts, again, for those kind of long-term attacks. Rieker in a bad position, not quite getting the follow-up that he wanted. and now being out of boost, but a potential shot here from Jane. It gets stalled on the board, a pass to Ches, blocked by Alphaz here. As Fuel are now kind of pushing in. They've got 10 seconds to get a goal here. Excess looking to kind of stall this in the air, looking for a bounce on the ground. Fuel with an opportunity, the ball gets put over the net. Can Fuel keep it up? Reeker gets a bounce off that board. Ches here kind of looking to make it happen, but no, and Fuel will suffer the first loss of their series.
Yeah, and it was a good loss, though, if I'm going to be honest. They played pretty well. They didn't get a lot of time to attack. They kind of played defense a lot of the time. Again, that's what Fuel has been doing a lot more recently, playing defense and then getting good quality shots. And at the end, those shots started to come, but the time kind of ran out. Unfortunately, or I guess fortunately, they did have a only a 1-goal loss, right? So it's not too bad, right? If it was something like 2 or 3 goals, you get a little worried. 1 goal, not a big deal whatsoever. They're just trying to get a feel of Waterloo, but they do suffer their first loss. So I want to see how they combat that, right? How are they coming back? How are the vibes feeling? What is it looking like? What's the rundown? What's the game plan? Is it the same as the first game, or are they going to change something up? Are we going to see Ches go back to Octane, or is he going to stay on the dominance? And he is going to stay on the dominance. So just those small things.
Ches here with an opportunity already off the hop before that shot does get blocked by Alphaz. Here's Jane controlling this in the air. It goes under Excess. A good kind of a little bit of a bait and switch there, but they don't have the boost to contest this again. Getting all of their boosts thrown. We're going to see Excess here go straight for that boost right there. Playing a lot around Fuel's boost economy. I think that might be their kind of secret weapon in this fight. Not so much skill, but more of just kind of getting in there and disrupting their plays here. But Fuel now kind of back in it. They do have that contesting in the air. Jane here is going to be able to get a good shot at this net, blocked by Alphaz, but stealing that boost again for themselves. Fuel here kind of getting back in this fight. Ball's going up in the mid. Jane again controlling this at their half. Again, even though you have that control there, you want to have a good follow through. You want to have that momentum in that first kind of strike here. Jane's going to go, putting that pressure on that board and following through here. A good setup for his team, but the bounce is controlled by Alpha as a good momentum into the corner. A pass to Reeker here. He will attempt to get pressed kind of attack.
Yeah, and like you were saying, it's that transition between offense and defense, and wow, a lucky kind of bounce here for Waterloo as we see Ches plays around with it, and it just, that's a weird angle. That doesn't happen very often, to hit that corner and slide perfectly in front of the net, but great job by Waterloo to capitalize, to realize, oh shoot, that's right in front of their net. I could get a shot off here, but a great save there by Ches as Waterloo is keeping this momentum going and just pushing through this game. They're doing a phenomenal job at just keeping pressure up and making it so Fuel can't take a second to breathe at all, just keeping their foot on the gas the whole time without slowing down whatsoever. And, Fuel's got to change something up. I don't know what right now, but I'll tell you, what they're doing isn't working, and at least isn't going to win them this game against Waterloo.
Here now, and again, being forced to have to go out of position. If they want to get this boost, Jane is going to miss that shot there, as Ches is going to have to kind of back him up. Again, that you can't be missing crucial shots like that. And Umaru getting a dunk off the backboard. What happened here?
Yeah, it all kind of starts with Ches losing the ball there, no boost, and then Jane just unfortunately kind of misread that play. I think he thought he had more time than he did. Umaru, a nice shot, and now Waterloo is up 2-0.
This is a scary situation for Fuel. They kind of, they don't want to be losing these kind of fights. Jane, though, finally getting up there and getting contact on that. Reeker, though, again, I think we're seeing Fuel kind of fall apart a little bit. Having to, think outside of the box, really get creative with these kind of attacks. Ches, though, putting it over top. Reeker almost putting it in. The ball just sitting on that goal line. Almost having the opportunity, but Reeker, though, still, they want to press this attack. They want to get aggressive, looking for bumps here. We're going to see Fuel probably start to play a little bit more dirty on these attacks. As Fuel now, Ches getting up there, going for that flip, area it over half here. All three of them now in this pocket. If we see a big hit come out, it could be dangerous for them. Jane, though, on defense. Now Fuel has to back check into this. But Reeker there got in time, got that block down. But again, a dangerous clear into Fuel's side. will allow for a potential second shot again. Rieger controlling this ball. Yeah, I think they probably need to be playing a lot more spaced out. You know, we want to see those pass plays coming back in, kind of having that kind of player sitting in that back end. I think they should be playing, you know, a little bit to Waterloo's tactics of just having someone sit high, steal that boost. But again, that close open net potential is Fuel here. Now they're having to contest, but Ches with beautiful defense opportunity. Jane gets it off that backboard, and Fuel now have an opportunity to take it towards him.
No, I definitely agree. They do kind of need to space out a ton. I mean, right now they're looking okay, but a big reason on why they're down is just that boost. Waterloo is just doing such a phenomenal job at just boost starving them the whole game. They have not been able to. Wow. I mean, unfortunate there, but they just have not been able to get their footing, and it all starts with the boost. They've been on defense for the past minute and a half, and you're going to have a slip up like that on Jane's side, right? It happens. That's what we saw last round, and we saw with UFT as well, right? If you just keep, like, Fuel was usually the one just pressuring and pressuring and pressuring, and eventually their opponents are going to make a mistake, and now Fuel is that team that is looking to make these mistakes because of all the constant pressure that has been, you know, pushed onto them. And so it's looking like this game 2 seems to be a bit of a write-off. I mean, a minute left, and we're going to need 3 goals just to send it to overtime to not even secure a win. So it's going to be tough, but I just want to see Fuel maybe start to try out some new tactics. Maybe they already started trying them out this game and they haven't gone well, but I think they need to conserve their boost a lot more. It seems like that's where all their problems are stemming from. And like you said, space it out more. Have Rieger start leaking out. It's hard for him to leak out if you're not able to clear with any boost.
Yeah, I mean, here again, just a dangerous defense in front of the net, not really creating any momentum to go the other way. As Umrah here gets it past Ches and gets a goal in here. I mean, yeah, it seems like they're really not on their game this time.
Yeah, it also just seems too that Waterloo is definitely a tough opponent, tougher than the past 2 teams we've seen for sure. Their technical skills are phenomenal as well, and it looks like they're just on a different tier than what Fuel has played tonight. Not saying that they're on a different tier than Fuel, but just what Fuel has seen tonight as another almost goal there by Waterloo. Again, just probably a write-off for this game for Fuel. They need to kind of focus on that next game. Doesn't matter if this game ends up 4-0, 5-0 loss, as long as Fuel can push and keep momentum to the next game and keep their spirits high, right? That's all that matters.
I mean, they just need to score a goal at this point. Like,
yeah, just get on the board once.
Right? I mean, just have that knowledge that you can get a goal in. But it seems like Fuel here will lose the second match 0-4.
Yes, it's very unfortunate, and obviously for Waterloo, that feels great to win 4-0. And for Fuel, it sucks, right? You can't even get 1 goal on the board, but, you know, 4-0. A few of those goals you can scratch off. Like Jane made an unfortunate error. A few of them at the end, they have to be more aggressive, so they're going to let those goals in. But nonetheless, they did lose, and now it is do or die for the side of Fuel. This is the first time they've been down a series, and now this is the first time they've been looking to take a loss. Even if they do lose, though, there's still a chance. They just need to win 1 more again. They just need to win 3 games, and if you weren't paying attention or watching earlier, they've already won 2 matches, so they just need to win 1 more. But it would be great if they could close it out here, right? You don't want to go up against another team, especially after losing to Waterloo, right? The momentum is not in your favor whatsoever, and the opposing team has had to win their game to be able to play you. So it's just this is going to be a huge game.
Yeah, here it really comes down to whether or not Fuel can make this comeback happen as well. They are going to lose the kickoff here, but Jane will carry that momentum in. I think just being faster to the ball, right? Like, you know, having that pressure to come back. Ches is going to get up there and kind of deflect that ball attack again. Like seeing we're here, you know, Fuel's just that pressure is constantly being there, not allowing for any real, like right there, you know, they're right on Jane. They're really not allowing anything to happen. So I want to see Fuel here play a lot more scrappy, you know, get in their head, get in their space, disrupt their plays like that, you know, like Rieger, just, you know, be annoying, be that dirty fly on the wall who you just can't seem to swat away. Rieger, though, does miss that attack. It's a beautiful juke from Umaro there coming out. Rieger, though, kind of following through here on this. allowing for a clear to excess. You know, you got to be careful where you put that ball. As Alphaz here has an opportunity to take this to the net. A bump from excess there. We are seeing that dangerous work in, and Waterloo's going to score.
I mean, just look at Waterloo. Fuel can't really do a whole much. Look at Access at the top there. He went to go and demo Reeker on the backboard. We rarely see that. That is such a high play, like high IQ play and a high level play as well, right? You look for those demos, and you usually look for them in the goal and like on the ground. To do that on the backboard, oh my goodness, it just messed up Reeker's flow, and wow.
Reeker just putting it off the top of Ches.
Nice job.
Comes in to secure it for Fuel. Fuel, a little bit momentum coming back. You know, they switched up that play style. Had an unlucky shot against them.
But yeah, I mean, they still came back, right? Have that fire in the first goal for Fuel in this series. And funny enough, it looks like we don't even have a player up there for the side of Jane. But great job by Fuel to answer quickly as well. So now they have a lot of game left.
Yeah.
And we got some hope for them.
Air demo from Jane. Nasty little play there as Reeker is now taking this toward the net. He gets that bump up, almost allowing for that shot in. But a beautiful pinch from Jane, almost slipping in there. That's a good shot on net. This is what we want to see from Fuel. More shots on net. More of that kind of counter pressure. Not allowing for Waterloo to build up the momentum in their end. You know, playing in this midfield, controlling pressure in this midfield, to not really allow anything to happen. As we're seeing there, Uman, they're doing a beautiful job of just delaying Fuel. Now Reeker contesting, kind of getting booped in that corner, but you know, they don't really have that boost again. You know, but if they can kind of keep that pressure going, you know, they're not going to allow for, you know, that pressure to build up on their end. As Reeker getting in there, getting that boost up. He's looking for those demos, you know, coming in. And just getting in their way. Ches controlling this in the midfield, looking for a pinch. That is a good read from Reeker, you know, to kind of get that pressure in. And that demo's coming out. Reeker is not happy. He is angry. He wants a blood here from Waterloo, as Fuel are now keeping that pressure on.
Fake. Wow.
Jane, you know, finally able to kind of get that pinch on that ball again, looking for these bumps, looking for this pressure. Fuel has to be careful. You know, you go for those demos. You're not allowing yourself to go for that ball. So Fuel here again looking for this defense on Ches as they press the attack once more.
Yeah, I mean, Waterloo's pulled out two pretty dirty fakes so far, which you don't see a lot, especially in threes and especially in this high level. But it seems to be working for them for Waterloo, and I think Fuel needs to start adjusting to that. As a nice flip reset by Waterloo, just couldn't score there, unfortunately, and now Reeker's going to look for a shot of his own. But Fuel is doing a lot better of a job of staying a lot cool and calm, composed, and collected as well. As Reeker is looking for those demos, like we were talking about earlier, he's leaking out and starting to look for demos, just communicating with his teams. Again, he's already upfield to get this, and now setting up a nice little open shot here for Fuel. Nobody's there, and another demo comes out from Reeker, giving just so aggressive, which is what we need to see out of him, and I'm loving it. Honestly, this reminds me of when they first added Jane. Reeker kind of took charge and was overly aggressive because he wanted to make sure they were comfortable, get some goals, so Jane didn't have to worry about that. And Reeker's doing a similar thing, kind of letting Ches and Jane just play defense as he goes up and does these demos. Is that pest, is that fly that you're talking about, and just always disrupting Waterloo.
Here's Field now again getting another opportunity on net. Alphaz is up to the ball first, but yeah, no, it really is coming down to who can get to that ball first. A good pass in front of the net. Reeker trying to set up an own goal for himself, but can't quite get there. Field going to have to regroup here on this attack. Jane is up, able to get that flick over. Great rotation and control there for not allowing himself to kind of deflect that ball. As Fuel here, Reeker now has to build momentum on this flip. He gets a good set in, as now Fuel an opportunity to strike. Here's Jane, has this ball up there, not quite there, but he's still hitting that pressure in. As Fuel now having to contest this ball. Reeker gets that ball up. It gets a good press past Alphonse here. As a good bounce from the net, but at the last minute, Umaro is there. The kind of good bounce over from Jane. Great ball control in the pocket. Alphaz still is here to kind of keep that pressure going. Fuel is now do or die in this scenario. They want to make something happen. Reeker gets a shot over, gets a potential shot on, but Excess goes for the save. Fuel with one last opportunity for both sides to potentially get a shot on net. That ball goes up. deflected by Reeker and will hit the ground going into overtime.
Yeah, this has been an absolute grueler. A great game so far, and this is what you want to see out of Fuel. If Fuel was playing like this for the first 2 games, maybe they wouldn't have their back against the wall, but it's looking like it's a little too late as Waterloo dangles through the defense of Fuel and scores, in a nice job from Waterloo to secure this 3-0 sweep. Umaro, phenomenal job with that goal there. I mean, GG's in the chat. It was a great game. Again, Fuel kind of on the opposite side of this, where they were usually dominating and they were up, and then in the last game, the other team came alive and showed them what they were capable of. Fuel doing a similar thing where they were down, and then the last game they showed them their true potential, but just wasn't able to win the game. So they are going to now have to play another team, but we're going to, we'll see them in a little bit. But yeah.
I think we'll jump. Yeah, I mean, I will say Fuel kind of fumbled a little bit on their defense, not really kind of being in the right cycles, having to adjust to their play style. We saw them really come out there at the end, but it's tough.
Yeah,
What
no,
can you
it is.
do?
You just need to kind of come out with that urgency right away. You can't be down 2-0. I mean, Fuel again was up 2-0, and nobody was able to come back from them being down that much. So it's just the same thing. You need to come with urgency right away. They did do a phenomenal job of being a lot more aggressive, and I like when Reeker plays that just ball chase heavy, demo chase heavy type of annoying, aggressive character, like kind of like a Neon. It reminds me of almost, right? Like, so just great job by them adapting and changing up their gameplay, and I hope they can bring that kind of spark in the next game. But we will have a short little break before that, so don't go anywhere and stay tuned for that.
Hello everyone, and welcome to week 15 of the Fuel Esports Weekly Update. We've wrapped up the Canadian Esports Nationals, but there's still one more week of playoff competition before the season's over. Let's talk about it. Before we recap Nationals, let's talk about what else happened this week. On Monday, we held our Monday night game night for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and Melee in Forwell Hall. Thank you all for coming out. There'll still be one more before the end of the season on December 15th. We'll talk more about that next week. We also want to say thank you to everyone who came and talked to us at the Fanshawe College Open House on Saturday. It was a pleasure to meet all of our future community members, and we hope you choose Fanshawe, and we hope you choose Fuel Esports in your future. Now, let's talk about what matches happened last week. We had the Canadian Esports Nationals happening, which ran throughout the week, where teams were competing against some of the top competition across Canada. We're so proud of how our teams played, and we look forward to having them back next season. And congratulations to the teams that got high placements in their divisions, like Fuel Esports Call of Duty for placing in the top 4, as well as Fuel Esports Valorant, who's competing for the bronze medal right now. We'll have an update on that on our social media at Fanshawe Fuel, where you can find all of our daily score reports and stream schedules. We'll also have all the VODs on our Twitch channel at Fanshawe Fuel and on Rogers TV on channel 13. As to what's coming up this week, on Wednesday, we'll be set up at the FSU Chill Lounge in Forwell Hall. Come and join us. We'll have lots of video games for you to play and take your mind off of the end of the season. And on Monday, we'll be back for the final EAFC night of the year in Forwell Hall. You can join us at 6 p.m. for friendly matches before the bracket begins at 7. And that's all for this week. Make sure you follow us at Fanshawe Fuel on all social media so you don't miss any future weekly updates. We'll be back with the final one of the season next Tuesday.
I've been thinking lately about the night that you left and told me that you hate me. But then man, I seen you kissing at that place we always drinking. Is the reason that I'm singing. One more shot is what I'm missing. I know I will risk it all, 'cause you're my fireball. You won't have to crawl when you gon' fly away with me. The way you lift me up, just can't get enough. Pull me out the dust, then you take me higher. This that love that don't expire, no. I got that undivided love, my fireball. Don't need no drinks when I can vibe with you. Don't need no green when I can fly with you. These lights are falling down on us right now. Yeah, and you're still shining bright. Don't need no drinks when I can vibe with you. Don't need no green when I can fly with you. These lights are falling down on us right now, and you're still shining bright. I would risk it all, 'cause you're my fireball. You won't have to cry when you can fly away with me. The way you lift me up, I just can't get enough. Pull me out the dust, then you take me higher. This that love that don't expire, no. I got that undivided love,